And now let's jump to our next and final talk. It's gonna be given by William. He works with us in the Flower Labs team, and he's gonna give a talk titled Community-Driven Projects Using Flower. So William, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you. So we already heard so many, like these two great presentations, and this will basically be a shout out to the amazing researchers and professionals out there working with Flower to realize their projects. But let me share this one. I think you'll be able to see it right now.
Yes, we can.
Perfect. So let me click through. Yes, at Flower, we try to make sure that it's a plug and play framework. Basically, you should be able to use whatever you want for your federated AI applications, whether you want to use, run it in experimental mode or put it into a larger scale deployment, but you can also run it with various models for various data types, and you can also run it on different sort of devices. So this is very probably interesting for people working on lower tier devices, not only bigger GPU clusters and so on. So this is what we are actively working on at all time, and you are more than welcome to suggest any sort of improvements. You can find us on GitHub, Slack, go to our website, flower.ai to connect with us, and we are more than happy to chat with you. And these are just some of the numbers that we are very proud of. We are happy for any project that is built on Flower or people coming with ideas. So if you want to be one of our active contributors to the open source framework, you can also just go to Flower on GitHub and connect with us there. But some community-driven projects, well, we are in Flower Monthly right now, and it's been going on for a while, and we've seen so many great presentations over the last years. So if this is your first time, make sure that you tune in to the next ones, spread the word, because we always try to, emphasize really cool use cases and people building on top of Flower. So make sure that you, tune into these. Also, one of the recent contributions is FlowerTune LLM and the leaderboard itself. And why I'm bringing this up is, yes, it's built together with the Flower team, but what it allows you to do is that you can benchmark different models and you can fine tune them in a federated way and test them on different sort of tracks. So you can fine tune them for general natural language processing, for finance task, for medical stuff, and also for coding. And this is we have seen so many contributions from researchers out there testing out models, fine-tuning them in a federated way, and then benchmarking them on acknowledged data sets, basically. So if this is something that speaks to you, feel free to check this out, because over the last couple of weeks and months, we've seen a large increase in this, and it's great because it really showcases, okay, what models are good in terms of maybe metric performance, but also we look at communication cost side of things. So feel free to check out the leaderboard. It's up there. You can select the categories that are shown here. And here are just some numbers that we've seen. So in performance, like you can find more information on this as well, but we see increased performance with federated fine-tuning, also drop in communication costs depending on the model that you are using. But you can find all of this out there, and this is actively contributed by great researchers out there who are interested in supporting Flower and just testing it out for themselves. So take a look at that, flower.ai, and you'll find it. Then I wanted to highlight some recent ones that sprung up from finance. So we actually had researchers at these organizations here at AWS working on fraud detection, and it was powered by Flower. It's a really cool integration together with their Amazon SageMaker AI. So you can find a whole blog article online on this. But this is just one way of using Flower in for example, fraud detection. It's a big it's a big use case in the finance industry, and federated learning could really help there. Similarly to on the right, we had Kinexus, I think you say it, but by JP Morgan and BNY. They did something in the same way that, the details of the different projects are different, but it's about anomaly detection, fraud detection, things like that that goes on for financial transactions. So federated AI fits very well into this. And if you're working in the finance domain, you might also want to check out a bunch of papers that build on top of Flower. These are just some of the kind of ones that I could find online looking quick. And this is only from 2024, mid 2024, I think. And maybe one was from 2023, but they're fairly recent ones, and I'm sure there are more out there. I just wanted to highlight this. So finance is one application area that you can use Flower for. We have great models. We just came out with a new model, the Cat Boost example. If you like working with structured data, you can use the Cat Boost. You can also use XGBoost, another great model, and you can develop your own models for this as well. Feel free to chat with me there. I'm very interested in these sort of models, and I'm sure that we can build something great. But I just wanted to highlight these studies here because I think this is a great testament to what researchers out there are building. So thank you very much for citing Flower in this. Then also healthcare. We've heard about healthcare earlier, and I just wanted to highlight some that have been developed and worked on throughout the last year. So one of them is federated AI in medical imaging. This is a privacy-aware solution that is built on top of Flower, and Adway from University of Maryland. He recently published uh, it's federated learning using partial labels, which basically means that at different hospitals, you might not have access to um, the exact representation of, let's say, a kidney or something like that, or the brain scans. So you want to collaborate, basically speaking to the fundamentals of federated AI and why it's such an essential part in this. He did great work on this. Worked together with our team and published the research out there. The other one is Eye2Gene, which the team is doing retinal scans, checking for eye diseases, and they built a global federation on together with Flower for basically scanning eyes, retinal scans of your eyes to check if there are any diseases out there. And you can see the countries that were involved. They're working actively on this. So this is one of the really cool use cases in healthcare, I think. But another one is one that Javier has been working on together with. This is blood counts, and this is for blood analysis, basically. This is also a global project at this point where they are working on analyzing different sort of blood samples and making it a privacy-aware solution through federated AI and Flower. But same thing here. A lot of research is out there on federated AI in healthcare built on top of Flower. I just retrieved some here from the last year, basically. But this is definitely a very interesting area if you are, building in healthcare, think that Flower would fit well. We are always happy to chat about this. So shout out to all these great researchers as well. And as we have seen, there are more fields to it. We heard about chemical engineering as well. But there, I've just scanned Google Scholar earlier, and you find articles in robotics, general AI, also energy systems, automotive, defense tech, IoT, agriculture, a lot, which is very interesting, and robotics. So to everyone who's building on Flower and wants to chat with us, feel free to do so. Go to our GitHub, Slack, ping us there, and we'll be happy to talk more about it. But definitely big up to all the great professionals and researchers working on Flower or working with Flower. Then just lastly, I wanted to highlight a different one. It's kind of community type of thing. It's a work that we do together with Vana at this point, and Vana is a decentralized platform where user can actively share and monetize their data. And on top of this, so they basically own their data rights, you could say. And we, together with them, we are introducing the Collective One. So this will be the first decentralized user-owned foundation model that you can use out there. It's actively being worked on. And you can think of it as a community thing if you think of the decentralized platform where people actually share and own their data to this. So these are some of the specs that you can expect. Might be slightly different, but hope that we can bring it to you very soon. And don't forget, Flower AI Day is also coming up. So if you want to connect with the whole team, check us out there. That's it.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for all this great overview, quick overview on some of the many projects that are there out there built on Flower. Many of these have already been presented in the Flower Monthly, but some of them haven't. So if you are, watching the live stream or you're watching this session later, once we publish it, and you want to present some of your amazing projects in Flower Monthly, just reach out to me or to William. We are in Slack all the time, so it's very easy to ping us. I have one question. Could you give us maybe a small preview of what to expect on the Flower AI Day? Is there anything we could share at this point, or are we sharing this later?
There might be some hackathon going on in that way or something like
Oh,
that. So
that
people
sounds
should, if people are interested in doing some intense, I don't know, one-day work and supporting what we do here, then feel free. There might be some rewards as well. So definitely go check that out. And yes, if you just want to talk about whatever project you're building, then you can join us there, chat with the whole team. The whole team will be there. So you just pull one aside and talk with us about whatever you're working on, and we'll be happy to discuss it further.
okay. Great. Yeah, I think that's a super exciting event. So thank you very much for the highlights on all these projects, William.
Thank you.